I've been reading this book, where is it? The Magic of Think Big, and I recommend it. And there was this one chapter that popped up that I really like made sense to me clearly, and that's action taking, being a doer instead of a waiter, or yeah, just a waiter, postponer essentially. And I wrote key points in the book or in that chapter in my own notes about it, and I'm gonna just talk about each one as in like dashes. Like I wrote dashes on here, and I'll just read it out loud, then explain what I think it is, or add on to it if necessary. One success ingredient no one talks about is the ability to get things started, to get results. Yep, it's simple. You could be an idea person, but if you don't have the that one skill set of just practicality and initiating your ideas from the jump, they're worthless. Be a man or a woman who thinks actions instead of words, obviously. Now we're talking gonna when I say pacifists, I mean people who just wait, who don't do the action. Pacifist postpones things until conditions are proven perfect. And a byproduct of postponing those things are just negative things like anxiety, waiting, feeling like you're running out of time, more there's a lack of urgency when you postpone those things because you're waiting on this perfect scenario for it to happen. Get the things that you want done now, regardless if the conditions are set. Pacifists become who they are because they want perfection from the very beginning, not realizing that it will never be. To wait for the perfect set of conditions for the perfect scenario is to wait forever. Because the ideal world, everything would be perfect. And that's just not the case. So if you're waiting for perfect set of scenarios, you're waiting forever. Therefore, that the action taker or the pacifists just do not do anything, nor will do anything because they're just waiting to which one? Make up solutions to problems before they exist. That's what pacifists do. So let's say before you take maybe before say you want to get married and you give your husband or wife a set of rules or sort of problems expected in the future, like if we buy this house, how much income do we need to make? If we need to buy insurance, how much is that? How will we pay for that? If we have kids, how many? Where are they going to go to school? Like things that just don't exist right now, and they're just making that dream or whatever idea they have more unattainable because they're thinking about all these problems, and then they get overwhelmed by things that don't even exist yet. So they don't do those things, and yeah, they're making up solutions to problems before they even exist, and it's probably a bad idea because most of like these problems are they may not even exist when you actually do take the action, or if they do exist, they're gonna be completely different from what you expected because you're stepping into the unknown. So what's the point of creating fake solutions to unlikely or problems that won't even exist? You need to take action to experience what problems are facing head on. So being overly careful or overly prepared is pointless. You get overwhelmed by these made up problems and don't take action on it, what I just said. Focus only on the problem in front of you and the solution, aka an action taker. So as you take action, you will face problems like right from the jump, and you focus on those problems right in front of you, and then you focus on the solutions for that problem that's directly in front of you. You're not thinking of things that haven't happened yet. Now, obviously, adjust for risk that are heavily likely. Like let's say you start a new business and you want to get your taxes sorted. Okay, fine. But don't go too overboard on the taxes, but just like set aside money for taxes. Meet and work out difficulties when they arise right in front of you, like I said. And here's my favorite part of the chapter that the author said. As an action taker, you must make an eternal compromise with perfection, aka you must make a deal that, or not, just compromise with the idea that perfection will never happen, because it will never happen. So as an action taker, you need to get the idea out of your head of perfection, of the perfect whatever it is. Postponing, stalling, waiting must not be correlated with productive work. Get those words out of your head. Waiting, stalling, just get those ideas out. Because whatever ideas, like I say, you're not start business because you don't have money, or the economy is not right at the moment, or you just think it's not a good idea right now, you're gonna wait till the market's more adjusted or something. Those are simply excuses designed as reasons for waiting, for postponing. So you're wasting time, literally. And that's another proponent of why pacifists, the more they postpone things, they're wasting time, negative things, and everything's not guaranteed. So regret will fill in their heads eventually. Future obstacles and difficulties are inevitable. The uncertainties are there. You can eliminate some risk in the beginning, like I said, like setting aside money for taxes, but you cannot eliminate all risk. When you encounter these things directly, find solutions for them, then climb and step over them and move on, move forward. And another reason why pacifists shouldn't wait is because buried ideas will come back as ghosts to haunt you, aka regrets, depending on what it is, and if you don't care about it that much, or if you care about it. And here's another key point that I like. Ideas are only valued if they're acted upon. Whether it succeeds or not, it's valued. Cure for stage fright or public speaking is simply taking the action. Looking at the monster's eye, the quote unquote monster, what you're fearful of, is the cure for dread, worry, fear. Action cures fear and cures anxiety. That's real fact. Anytime I'm anxious, when I give a public speaking or giving a video like this, I still need to work on talking to the camera and stuff like that. The only solution is to literally do the thing, because once you do whatever you're fearful of directly, then you will truly know what you're capable and not capable of. Then you can learn from those capabilities and work on them. And look, you have the problems right in front of you. You weren't worried about, oh man, this video right here, oh, I don't have a nice camera, I don't have lighting, oh man, what can I do? Like, if you just simply record and just start, just begin. Even if it's not perfect, you'll obviously adjust over time, and as I will with these videos, I'll adjust over time and probably get better with the camera. So another thing for action steps is that you can simply take baby steps. Baby steps are still a form of action. It builds up momentum. And the key magic word for this is now. Now. Now is greater than any other time frame you pick. Why is that? Because now always happens in the present moment, and that correlates with action. Action and now are basically synonymous because it's an expression of the body, like, which only exists in the here and now of your body. So the present moment is all that it matters. What is happening right now is what matters. So you must do the action now, and you will not feel bad. Simply ask yourself, do we want this, whatever it is? Like, say you want to take action on a calling a person that you a bit hesitant to talk to, even though you really want to talk to them. Ask yourself about the end goal and be like, do you want that end goal or not? Because another reason why some people don't take action is because they don't truly claim, or they don't truly want what they claim they want. They may just think they want it because maybe they were told by it and that idea kept popping in their head, but deep down inside, they don't want it. So that could be another reason, but ask yourself, do we want this, or do I want this action? Do I want this end goal or not? Do I truly want it or not? And you take action after that. If you haven't taken the action, it's because you generally don't believe you can obtain the goal. That's a whole other story about like why people don't take action. I'm just mainly talking about you should why you should become a practitioner or yeah, an action taker. We can connect confidence, why people don't, why people are lazy in another time frame, because that's going to be even longer to explain. So get down to business pronto. Don't wasting time getting ready. Wait, what? Waste time getting ready to act. Don't start acting. What did I just say here? Don't waste time getting ready to act. Start acting. Ah, got you. Word up. Another thing, some other notes I wrote is a main thing between action takers and pacifists is action takers care about progression instead of perfection. All they care about is seeing the progress made, which is a good idea because us as humans we really create, or we can really move along in life if we just visually see progression. Whether that could be the results we have through our action taking, or maybe you write it down on the calendar and you see your progression build up from there. Because that's the most efficient way, because they know that perfection is not, pacifists are with perfection, and that we've established already that perfection is waiting forever. So care about progress. Always focus on the progress, not the perfection. Because pacifists are also afraid of failure. That's why they care about perfection. But they don't know that failure is inevitable. So they worried about it. And so they don't understand that failure is the frame, not the entire picture, aka progression. Because sometimes you have one step back, 2 steps forward, 1 step back, 2 steps forward, but you're still going up. You're making progress. And that is way better than staying where you are and not doing anything. And another part I want to talk about is I wrote this down here, the man of action. The will to try, just to try, not succeeding, but trying. To jump into the unknown and just trying is already powerful. Making the effort and moving forward, even when the conditions aren't perfect, display courageousness and strength. Yeah. So whether or not the outcome is in your favor or not is irrelevant, because you've already shown strength into taking the action right then and there. So there's really no downside to taking action. Even if the chances are incredibly slim, there's always the small possibility that you could succeed. And it's way better than not doing it at all. Because whether or not the outcome of when you take action works or not, you are inevitably making progress. Experience XP is only added to you every single time. Think of experience as like video games where you're getting XP and it's added to you. You continuously grow. And here's another key thing I really like. You create your own eternal feelings about yourself through your conduct and actions. So let's say one day or 1 week you're real lazy and that whole week you haven't done anything. Like, your actions display that, and then you'll get, or at least for me, when that happens to me, I get depressed. I get unsatisfied with myself. I create negative thoughts. But when I do take the actions, even if I fail, it's like a satisfactory, like I'm satisfied that I actually went out there and try to leave it all out there as much as I can. That is such a great feeling to have when you take action. But instead of waiting, if you're waiting, you're creating more negative thoughts about yourself. So just take action. That's the point. And yeah, experience is only up. So when you take action, whether or not, like we said, the outcome is irrelevant. If you take action, there is simply no downside. There's only upside. Experience is up only. You only add XP to yourself. And as you take these actions, you stop caring about the whatever result it may be. What am I trying to say? as you take the action and you face the problems as they come forward and you make mistakes, as we established, failure is just the frame, not the picture. Therefore, when a failure comes, you simply learn from that and then you move forward and take action again. Then you continuously do that. And sooner or later, you'll achieve what you've desired over time. But it also comes down to if you want the end goal or not. You need to ask yourself if you want that or not. And then you're going to have to battle with your own demons about taking action, because sometimes you have to disagree with your own habits that may not help you into achieving what you desire. So if you just continue to move forward and whatever outcomes or obstacles are in your way, you face them, solve them as they come in front of you, step over them and move on and grow. So take action. There's no downside. Care about progression, not perfection, and you'll win.